Ever since he arrived in Walford last month, there has been something suspicious about Jack Branning's Scott Maslin, police colleague, who was put in charge of investigating the assault on Joel Marshall, Max Murray. After Craig handed Amy his private phone number last week, the two eventually arranged a secret meeting. During their conversation, Amy admitted that she was responsible for striking Joel over the head with a hammer on the night the Walford teenagers restrained and humiliated him. Craig promised Amy that he would keep her confession hidden. However, his own situation soon took a dramatic turn when he was suspended from the police force following a serious complaint. The officer is now facing a gross misconduct investigation over an incident that took place earlier this year. Craig's superior revealed that a complaint had been made, accusing him of having an inappropriate relationship with a female officer. Despite being suspended, Craig later managed to prevent Amy from carrying out her plan to flee home, as she became increasingly worried that her involvement in the crime would be exposed. Next week, Amy finds herself devastated after another painful rejection from Denzel Danes, Jaden Luke Ladega, prompting the troubled teenager to turn to Craig once again. Denzel had previously kissed Amy's best friend, Avani Nandra Hart, Aaliyah James, on the night Joel was attacked. After realizing how badly he has hurt Amy, Denzel decides that he wants to repair their relationship and considers asking her to reunite with him. However, his father, Howie Danes, Delroy Atkinson, manages to convince him that getting back together with Amy would be a mistake. Later, when Amy takes the initiative and makes a move toward Denzel herself, he turns her down, leaving her even more heartbroken. Not long afterward, Amy crosses paths with Craig in the park. He suggests that the pair should meet again, and Amy agrees to his proposal. But innocent Amy remains unaware that Craig could have a very different agenda from the one he has shown her. So, what exactly is the mysterious police officer planning? EastEnders reveals the reason behind Craig's suspension as shocking complaint comes to light. Craig Ingram, Matthew James Bailey, was left stunned when he was called into the police station and given some unexpected news about what would happen to his career. The detective had been overseeing the investigation into the attack on Joel Marshall, Max Murray, but he was already under considerable pressure after discovering that Amy Mitchell, Ellie Dad, was actually the person responsible for the assault. As viewers know, Amy eventually confessed to Craig that she was the one who struck Joel with a hammer. However, after opening up to the detective, she soon began to wonder whether trusting him had been a serious mistake. Craig had already chosen not to submit the video recorded by the teenagers showing Joel being tormented, leaving him worried that his decision could eventually cost him his career. His concerns only grew after the latest developments. When Amy later asked Craig to meet her, he agreed to see her in the park. During their conversation, Craig explained that knowing Amy's involvement in Joel's attack had placed him in an extremely difficult situation. Amy became emotional and regretted telling him the truth. Craig then attempted to lighten the situation by joking that they could simply disappear together if her involvement was eventually exposed. However, the conversation was interrupted when Craig received a message from his superior, DCI Reynolds, Kevin Fuller, instructing him to report to the station for an important meeting. Craig initially believed the summons might bring positive news, and even wondered whether the previous concerns surrounding him had finally been resolved. Unfortunately, he was about to discover something far more serious. At the station, Reynolds confronted him about an earlier complaint that had already played a part in Craig being transferred to Walford. "You moved to us at Walford because of a complaint issue as part of the arrangement to keep you on full duties?" Reynolds asked. Craig agreed, and assumed the meeting meant the matter had been cleared up. Instead, Reynolds informed him that the situation had become considerably worse. The DCI explained that another complaint had been submitted, and that Craig would now face a Regulation 17 notice for gross misconduct. He was told that the investigation concerned allegations relating to honesty, integrity, and discreditable conduct during the period between January and July 2026. Completely bewildered by the accusations, Craig insisted that he did not understand what was happening. Reynolds then explained that he had been accused of becoming involved in inappropriate relationships with a female police officer. Craig immediately denied the allegation, but Reynolds continued to outline the seriousness of the situation. The DCI revealed that he had considered moving Craig into a role away from the public, but ultimately decided that such a measure would not be enough, given the serious nature of the allegations. Craig was therefore formally suspended from duty. He was ordered to surrender his police radio, warrant card, work phone, and laptop. With Craig now removed from the investigation into Joel's attack, Amy's situation could become even more complicated. Will Craig continue protecting Amy and keep her confession secret? And what will happen when Amy discovers that Craig has been suspended and learns the disturbing reason behind it? All EastEnders cast returns, departures, and new characters arriving in 2026. We're now well into the second half of 2026, and Walford has already experienced a huge number of cast changes. However, there are still plenty more arrivals, returns, and exits on the horizon. So far this year, viewers have seen the return of troubled character Joel Marshall, Max Murray, Walford favourite Sharon Watts, Letitia Dean, while Janine Butcher, Charlie Brooks, one of the soap's most notorious characters, is also set to make another comeback. The show has also introduced Josh Goodwin, Joshua Vaughn, the twin brother of Jasmine Fisher, Indiana Donaldson Holness. Meanwhile, viewers are preparing to meet members of Nicola Mitchell's, Laura Doddington family, as well as Denise Fox's, Diane Parrish, previously unseen half-brother and niece. Alongside all the exciting new arrivals and familiar faces returning, EastEnders has also delivered several emotional farewells. Fans have already said goodbye to the much-loved Nigel Bates, Paul Bradley, and his wife Julie Bates, Karen Henthorne, as well as the sinister Bea Pollard, Ronnie Ancona. There are more departures coming too. Beloved Linda Carter, Kelly Bright, and troubled character Ravi Gulati, Aaron Thiara, are both preparing to leave Walford, while several members of the Slater Moon family are also heading away. Zoe Slater, Michelle Ryan, is expected to leave permanently very soon, whereas Kat Slater and Alfie Moon, Jesse Wallace and Shane Ritchie, will both be taking temporary breaks from the square. With the cast constantly changing, here's everything currently known about the characters returning, arriving, and leaving EastEnders in 2026. Janine Butcher. According to reports from The Sun, Janine Butcher, the legendary Queen of Mean, is set to make a brief return to Albert Square. A source teased that Janine's comeback is expected to cause major disruption, with her appearance supposedly set to blow the roof off Albert Square. The insider also revealed that several major storylines have been planned for the autumn, with those plots eventually leading into the Christmas episodes. Although Charlie Brooks is reportedly only returning as Janine for a handful of episodes, her presence is expected to create plenty of chaos. When will Janine Butcher return to EastEnders? At present, an exact return date for Janine has not been announced. Stacey Slater. Stacey Slater previously left Walford and headed to Brazil after accepting that staying in Albert Square would always remind her of her former husband and great love, Martin Fowler, James Bye. Her exit was an emotional moment for many viewers, but actress Lacey Turner has already reassured fans that Stacey's absence will not last forever. In a behind-the-scenes video posted on the official EastEnders YouTube channel, Lacey confirmed that she would be returning, telling fans that she won't be long. When will Stacey Slater return? There is currently no confirmed date for Stacey's comeback. Gemma Hawkins. Nicola Mitchell's previously unseen sister Gemma is set to arrive in Walford and is expected to cause plenty of tension when she finally makes her debut. Patricia Potter, who will play Gemma, expressed her excitement about joining the long-running BBC soap and becoming part of a brand new family. She described the opportunity as a privilege and said she was thrilled to be working alongside the show's talented cast. Ned Hawkins. Gemma will not be arriving in Albert Square alone. Her husband, Ned Hawkins, will be joining her as the family settles into Walford. Jamie Bamber, who plays Ned, revealed that he has been a lifelong fan of EastEnders and never imagined that he would eventually become part of the iconic show himself. EastEnders is broadcast on BBC One from Monday through Thursday at 7:30 p.m, while the latest episodes are available to watch on BBC iPlayer from 6 a.m.